Today, we are out in front of the United Nations, the place where the world tries to come together on behalf of the most vulnerable people in the world. The United Nations is supposed to be a place where human rights are protected, where political refugees are stood up for, where the cause of vulnerable people is fought for. But today, we not only have clouds here in this city, but there is a cloud over the United Nations. There is a cloud over the United Nations reputation because one of their people, the person who is charged with protecting not only the human rights of the people of Ashraf and Liberty, but also the refugee status of those individuals, as well as the political rights for those people and their opportunity to seek refuge from a dictatorial fascist government, not only in Iran, but their puppet regime in Iraq. Martin Kobler is supposed to be standing up for the refugees in Camp Liberty and Camp Ashraf. Instead of standing up for the refugees in Camp Liberty and Camp Ashraf, he is standing on the side of the mullahs in Tehran and Nouri al-Maliki, who is doing the bidding of the mullahs in Iraq and trying to silence the voice of those refugees in Camp Liberty who are standing up for freedom, who want nothing more than a free Iran, which will not only mean freedom for the people of Iran, but for freedom for the people around the world who no longer want to see the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world continue to move forward with the production of a nuclear weapon. So today, we are here to gather, just as the United Nations is gathering across the street. Today, we, however, are going to tell the truth, whereas the presentation of Martin Kobler to the United Nations is all lies. We know that he has lied before, and he continues to lie, and today he's taking his lies to the seat of the United Nations to present to them more lies. But we want to set the record straight, don't we? We want to set the record straight. So today, we hope that when the people over at the United Nations building, before they listen to Martin Kobler's lies, maybe they will see the picture of the faces on these poster boards of those who were victims because of his lies. Hamid Rabi, died because of the lies of Martin Kubler, who said that Camp Liberty would be a safe place for these refugees in order for them to be protected. Instead, Camp Liberty has become a killing field that has allowed the Iranian regime to kill their opposition one by one. And they have done it with the assistance of Nouri al-Maliki, their puppet regime. So let us know that there are real people's lives who are being lost because of a bureaucracy at the United Nations fed by the person who is charged with protecting these refugees, but instead has abandoned these refugees. We hope you at the United Nations see her face and understand that it was because we listened to Martin Kubler's lies. We knew the report which said earlier that Liberty was unfit, was unsafe, and was not a suitable place for the refugees of Camp Ashraf to be relocated. We knew this because we have heard the truth since Martin Kubler's lies. And right now we know that Martin Kubler doctored, he changed, he whitewashed the report that said Liberty was unsuitable, and he changed those words, and he said that it was safe and that it was suitable, even when everyone knew that it was not true. And what is he doing today at the United Nations? He's once again claiming that Liberty is safe after Puran and all the others were killed. Let us make it very clear that more people have been killed in Camp Liberty than have been resettled, which was the job of the United Nations, was to see that these refugees were resettled. That was the promise for them to reorganize and move from Camp Ashraf to Camp Liberty. Why? Because the United Nations under Martin Kubler said this was what they needed to do in order to be resettled. Instead, they've been killed. And what is Martin Kubler saying to the United Nations today? He should be saying, resettle these refugees around the world today, or let them go back to Camp Ashraf, where they will be safer from these kinds of attacks.